Hey everybody, welcome to our first lesson. So I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy. Um, Now moving forward, as we navigate this online learning together, it's new for all of us, myself included. So as we navigate this, there's going to be a bit of a learning curve. Okay. Um, Now I'm going to keep the worksheets the same, similar to what I've been doing in class. Needless to say, there won't be much in terms of homework. There won't be homework. There won't be any kind of warm up or anything like that. Um, and also in class, during a normal typical school week, we'll go through 5 lessons. Now, because we are navigating this new platform and we're not entirely sure everyone has access to a computer or internet just yet, we are going to narrow it down to 2 lessons a week. Okay. Now, if you would have seen my video, my initial introduction video, you will see when those lessons are and when the tutorial dates are. Okay. Now, this video is not about that. It's about our first lesson. So let's dive right in. So you should have this sheet in front of you titled Assignment Number 3, Solving Equations. Now this is where we left off prior to March break, 3 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago now, I guess. I'm not going to expect you to remember everything. Even though there are marks here, does not necessarily mean it's going to be marked. Okay, I'm just proceeding as usual. This is the worksheet, the assignment we were going to do on our first day back from March break. Okay. Now you are, after you finish this, you are to submit it, okay? But we haven't decided as a department yet how we are going to mark. So let's dive right in then. Solving equations. So solve the following and check your answers. Okay, so I'll do the first one for you, first couple for you, and you should be able to handle the rest and submit them. Okay, so notice the colors, and I'm going to keep the colors the same. So I'm going to go to comment, pencil, and comment. I'm going to choose green. Okay, so our job is to find out what our x value is. Okay, so what I want to do first is group the like terms together. In this case, it's grouping all the green terms together. Okay, so what I'm going to do first then is move this to this side. Okay, so I will have negative 2x. Now, once I move it across the equal sign, it changes signs, right? Plus x. And now I'm going to change this to red, minus 3 equals minus 6. Okay, so all I do is move the x to the other side. Now I'm just going to pin this down to make it easier. Okay, now what do I do? Well, I want to group the like terms together. So since I have moved the negative x to the other side, I now want to move the constant to the other side, or the number. So what happens here? Well, if I move the negative 3 to the other side, it becomes a plus 3, correct? Good. So now I'm going to copy down the rest. So all I did was move the negative 3 over. Now I'm going to just copy down everything else that I have not touched. So the negative 2x plus x still stays on the left-hand side. Once I'm here, I'm going to double check. Do I have all the like terms on the correct sides? All x's? All numbers? Yes. So now I can simply add them up. Okay. So negative 2x plus x will give me negative 1x. And then negative 6 plus 3 will give me negative 3. Okay. Now, I want to know what just x is, right? So that means I got to divide both sides by whatever coefficient, or whatever number is there. In this case, it's negative 1. So finally, our answer is x equals 2. What's negative 3 divided by negative 1? That's just simply 3. X equals 3. Okay, now this checking portion. So if our answer is correct, if I substituted 3 into this equation, both sides should be satisfied. Let's check. Yeah, so I'm not going to use colors in this case. I'm just going to copy that down, all in black ink. So I got negative 2x minus 3 equals negative x minus 6. Negative x minus 6. So now the answer I got was 3, which means if I subbed in 3 for x, so negative x, instead of x, I'm going to have 3, and copy down the rest. And I'm sorry if the penmanship isn't the greatest or the writing. This will take me some time to get used to. Negative, and then what was my x value again? My x value was 3. Okay, and then minus 6. Okay, so let's see if this equals. If both sides are the same number after I solve it, then we are good to go. If it's not, then I made a mistake. So let's see. BEDMAS, brackets first. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. So I'll write that down. Negative 6 minus 3 equals, and then negative, and then brackets 3 is the same as just saying negative 3 minus 6. This looks good. Negative 6 minus 3 is negative 9. Negative 3 minus 6 is negative 9. It checks out. Okay. If for some reason this number ended up being a negative anything but negative 9, then I know my answer of 3 is incorrect, so I should backtrack and double check my answer. Okay? Now let's scroll down and let's take a look at this example. Yeah, so I'm going to do the exact same thing. Now, once again, now I'm going to speed this up a little bit, but the idea is the same. I want to group the like terms together. Now, why did I purposely make these green? Because they are both x's, which means I can group them together. If this had x squared, if there's a 2 there, is x squared the same as an x? No, because it's 3 squared, so this is just a refresher. Is 3 squared the same as 3? No, it's not. So you can't say an x squared is the same as an x. But in this case, they are both x's, so they are the same, and I color-coded them for you. So in this case, I'm going to move the the positive 2x over, and then I'm going to simultaneously move the positive 3 over to keep the like terms together. So what do I get on the left-hand side of this equation? I would get negative 4x minus 2x, because I move it over, so it becomes negative, equals, and then I would have positive 9. Now, I could write the positive there, the plus, okay, but it's redundant, so I'm not going to. So I'm going to move the 3 over, it becomes negative 3. Let's solve this. What do I get? Negative 4x minus 2x is negative 6x. And then, equal sign, 9 minus 3 is 6. Okay? Now, I'm going to divide both sides by what? Well, by whatever coefficient is there. In this case, it's negative 6. Divide by negative 6. Okay? And then my answer will be x equals 2. What is 6 divided by negative 6? That is negative 1. X equals to negative 1. Am I completely confident this is correct? No. So I'm going to check it. Okay? I do expect you to check it as well. I'm going to copy this down. So negative 4x plus 3 equals 2x plus 9. So let's plug this in. Okay. Oh, sorry, I should have used red here just to make it more clear. Not a big deal. But anyways, x equals negative 1, so I'm going to plug this in. So everywhere I see an x, I'm going to replace that with a negative 1. And there's an x there, negative 1. Okay, so let's copy down the rest. Whoops. So I got negative 4 times negative 1 plus 3 equals to 2 times negative 1 plus 9. Okay, let's see if that works out. Negative 4 times negative 1, that's a 4, plus 3 equals 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, plus 9. Let's keep going. 4 plus 3 is 7. Negative 2 plus 9 is 7. Yay, they both work out. We know we are correct. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to post on one of the forums, one of the threads that I've posted, and I'll respond as soon as possible. Okay. All right. Bye.